Hello there. This is an explainer on The Secret of Us universe. There are spoilers ahead, so if you haven't read the novels and you don't want to know anything about Lada and Ern's future or the expanded universe of their friends and family and their own stories, you can skip this video because I'm going to talk about everything that I know about the Secret of Us universe based on what I've been able to translate and what I've seen from Thai fans who have, of course, who have been following or reading the novels. So, as you can see on the screen, I'm going to talk about the Thananusak twins, which, by their name, you can guess it's Lada and Ern's children. So they have their own ongoing series. It's not finished yet. It's not yet on Meb Market. It's on a website or app that is also under Meb Corporation, but it doesn't. Well, it it offers pre-selling of ebooks. All of the ebooks there are only in Thai, but it's actually, from what I understand, in the content, because I also have an account there. If you have a Meb Market account, you automatically have an account with this website, which is readawrite.com, readawrite.com. So, just by being logged into Meb Market, I am automatically logged into readawrite.com. And all of the content there are in Thai. However, I'm using auto translate, and what they do is the first chapters, while the writers are still writing the novels, they already posted there. So it's like a preview of what the completed book will be. And from what I've seen, sometimes they update it. So they're still in the middle of editing, updating. So it's like a preview of the first drafts of the novel. So currently, Rin Lada and Ran Lada's books, which are Lada and Ern's children, is still being written, and it started last year. The first post that I saw was in 2023. The last update that I saw was April of 2024. So I'm not sure when this is going to be available. So I'll get into, because the Thai fans, of course, within their own fandom, they are already into fan casting and and all of that, because The Secret of Us is very popular. Not just, of course, it's popular internationally, but especially popular in Thailand. So they're already doing fan casting. I'll get to that later, but let's start from the beginning. The first books that came before The Secret of Us, actually, I'm calling it the Secret of Us universe because that is what Meb Market is calling it. Um, they have released the English versions of Poisonous Love, which is, in the previous video I said that was Dr. Prem's story, and in the translated version, they actually, in parentheses, said Poisonous Love, The Secret of Us universe. So that's what they're calling it now. So we're starting off from the middle of uh, the timeline of their stories. Probably because The Secret of Us is very popular, so they're now going to call it The Secret of Us universe. But that is actually not the first book in Mee Nam's series of books that are interconnected, and that revolves around Saint King Hospital. By the way, Saint King Hospital is what they call it in the book. That's the the hospital that is owned by the Thanak group or Dr. Falada's family. But in the drama series that we see in Netflix and Channel 3, they're calling it Prince Hospital, or I'm assuming it's Prince Hospital, but it's spelled as Princ. So I don't know how they're pronouncing it, but let's just say that it's Prince Hospital. It's just that it's misspelled. So Prince Hospital in the drama series, Saint King Hospital in the novels. So let's start with, based on from what I've seen in how they have been mentioned or how they cameo in the other novels. This is the chronology that I'm seeing. So first came, I'm not actually sure if Ingfa or Indira came first, but uh, one of them at least came first before The Secret of Us. So the first novel would be in translated into English, Bad Loses Love. So this is Indira Intranon's story and Nuli's story. So Nuli appeared in The Secret of Us. I mentioned in a previous video, this is spoilers, that Nuli was the reason why there was a misunderstanding between Falada and Ern, because Ern became jealous of Nuli when Falada brought her to a company party, and because of their disagreement or misunderstanding, uh, it almost came to the point that Lada did not go to Italy with Ern, or um, she not she wasn't having a tantrum, but she was thinking twice of going with Ern to Italy, and Ern also didn't know if Lada was going to show up because they had a disagreement because of Nuli. But just to go further into the story, Nuli was there because apparently she had an appointment with Lada. She had a rash or an allergy or something, and then she had to rush to the party. So she saw her cousin there, examined her cousin in the hospital, and then brought her over to the party so that Indira, which is already Nuli's girlfriend at this point, could pick her up from the party just for convenience. But then Ern saw them, and she started overthinking and didn't know that Nuli was actually Falada's cousin. So Indira Intranon is actually very helpful to Falada in later chapters. If you read the book, then you would know that Falada actually consulted Indira in what she would do if she was going to break away from her family, with, I guess, with regards to her assets or so forth, because Indira is a very powerful businesswoman. She's the heir of a very large business empire, Intranon Group, and actually Intranon Group owns the condominium that Earn lives in. So they're into real estate and other businesses based on what was the content of the novel. So they have a lot of businesses. One is real estate, and Indira actually has a friend, a reporter, which will be Ingfa's partner. So, and if you read the Secret of Us novel, then you would know that a reporter helped Falada control a leaked story that would help her break away or convince her family to accept her relationship with Ern. So that's where Indira comes in. Okay, so that was actually the first book. I don't know how popular this is. I hope it does get adapted, but right now, from what I'm seeing, it there if there is going to be an additional adaptation in the Secret of Us universe, it would probably be Poisonous Love because of what I'm seeing in Meb Market. They translated it already. So and I have a theory about that because there's kind of a soft launch of a fan casting for that book. But we'll go to the next book for now. So that would be Ingfa's story. So Ingfa, we already met her in the Secret of Us drama series. She's a plot device for Falada to be jealous, but actually, if you read the Secret of Us novel, she's barely there. She just makes cameos. And by the time Lada and Ern were getting back together, she was actually already involved with a reporter. So this is the reporter that I mentioned earlier that helped Lada leak the story of them being in Italy, so that um, so that she could convince her mother and the rest of the Thananasak family to accept her relationship with Ern. So this is the reporter that helped them. It's Petra Trangkangkul, and she is going to be Ingfa Api Romrak's girlfriend. So Ingfa in the drama series is it's implied that she's well, not implied. She already said that she has an interest in Ern, but in the novel actually she is just a very good friend of Ern's and somewhat her idol because Ingfa came first and she is already a huge star. In fact, she's a superstar. That's why the name of her novel is Hunt for Superstar News. This is just a translation. If they ever translate it later on to English, they might change the title. But the direct translation is Hunt for Superstar News. So, from what was implicated in The Secret of Us, it seems that Petra was the reporter that found out that Ingfa was into women, and I think she wrote something about implying Ingfa and Ern being somewhat of an item. I'm not sure about that, but that's there's a line in The Secret of Us that makes me think that Petra, I guess before they became involved, before Ingfa and Petra became involved, wrote a new story that maybe Ingfa and Ern was an item, but in the end, they're going to be together. So that's Ingfa and Petra. And if you remember in The Secret of Us, when Ingfa, visited Ern in the hospital, it was said there that she was actually vacationing abroad, but then she came home to Thailand early, and there's a line there that says that it was because she missed her reporter, so she wanted to be with Petra. That's why she came home early. So that's her story. And now let's go to The Secret of Us, which has a lot of new information uh, from what I saw online. So here, we already know this. Ling Ling Kwang and Orm Kornapat is currently uh, portraying Falada and Ern in The Secret of Us. That's showing in Netflix and Channel 3. So just to recap, Dr. Falada Tananasak is a dermatologist. She's the heir of St. King Hospital. That's in the book. And again, in the drama series is Prink or Prince Hospital. And actually, if you read the novel, then you would know they don't just own a hospital. They actually own like a conglomerate, the Nanasak Group, which is especially noted in The Secret of Us special chapters. This is the mini sequel to The Secret of Us. This is the main novel. There are special chapters here, but this is new content, The Secret of Us special chapters. It's a separate book. It's around half or a quarter the size of the main book or the length of the main book. But here, you're going to see that the Thananasaks actually have a larger business empire than just the hospital. And Falada is going to, well, be, I guess, the CEO or the overall manager of all of that, because she has a say on what shares they're going to buy. Anyway, you're going to see that in the Secret of Us special chapters if you buy the book. So I'm not going to spoil that because it's the it's a huge plot device. The fact that Falada has some influence or control over the Thananasak group. So Ern Sanitada Pongpipat is Orm's character. She's known for heroine roles, and actually one of the reasons why Falada did not know that the presenter or did not catch any news about Earn when she came back to Thailand is because when they were still together, when they were both studying abroad, Earn was using the name Earn Kanlaya. So, from what I understand, in Thai culture, they actually can change their name based on good fortune. So, it's like it's easy for them to change their names, I guess, legally. So, she was using Ern Kanlaya when she was studying in college and met Herpy Moore, or Dr. Falada. And then when she became an actress, she began to use Earn Sanitada Pongpipat. Sanitada is actually her actual name. Earn is her nickname. So Sanitada is her name. Pongpipat is their family name. I'm not sure where Kanlaya comes from, but that's the first name that she used when she was with Falada before they broke up. And okay, so now let's go into the twins. I only learned about the twins because of the Vietnamese fans, because they were already fan casting who they wanted to portray the twins. I mean, the novels aren't even finished yet. Mee Nam is still writing them. From what I've seen, uh, it's only up to chapter 4, so it's I don't think it's going to be done soon. But anyway, the Tananasak twins, based on what I've been able to understand from the translations, it seems that they both have Falada and Ernst DNA. So I'm thinking maybe they had like artificial insemination. I mean, this would be very easy for Dr. Falada, who owns a hospital, to have the latest, most advanced technology for her and Ern to conceive and use both of their DNA. So, from what I understand, it seems that Ern was the one who carried the twins. So, and they're named Rin Lada and Ran Lada, which is just a combination of their names. I'm guessing Rin and Ran is taken from Ern's own. I don't know how it's written in Thai, but probably syllables from her nickname, which is Ern. And then Lada, of course, is Falada's, like the last syllables of her name. So it's just a combination of their names. So it's Rin Lada Thananusak and Ran Lada Thananusak. And their novels are Our Love and then Our Love Too. I'm thinking that maybe later on, if this does get adapted, they probably are going to uh, possibly change the name, but for now, this is the name that they're using, Our Love and Our Love Too. As for, I've seen some bloggers who call Our Love, the first book, as Girl Love Party Room, and then a second book as Our Love 2, Girl Love Lovely Room. However, I've seen Party Room and Lovely Room used in other novels, not just Mee Nam's, used in other novels, I guess to indicate the recommended age or the age limit for this, which is 20 plus or 18 plus if it's Lovely Room, 20 plus if it's Party Room. So I'm not sure if this is really part of the title of the book, but the actual title based on the cover is Our Love and Our Love Too. And so the Anac Twins, the fans are actually already fan casting them, and it's these two Thai actresses. So this is, I'm not sure who they're casting for which character, if it's Rin Lada or Ran Lada, but I've seen at least two posts wherein this is the actresses that currently the fans want. So Kultura Yord Chang, from what I've seen in her profile, she's an actress, um, a freelance actress, and she seems to have taken a couple of roles already. So it seems like she's a veteran actress. And if you look here, she kind of looks like, doesn't she kind of look like Ling Ling Kwang? A little bit. And here, kind of looks like the daughter of Dr. Falada. There's a resemblance, right? So Kultura Yordchang. And the other one is a Thai idol from the T-pop girl group For Eve. Her stage name is Aheye. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, Aheye. But her actual name is Coronid Lausupin Prosat. Prosot. I'm sorry for butchering that, but yeah, you can just read that. That's her actual name. This is her stage name. And I guess she kind of resembles Orm. So I'm guessing these are fraternal twins, not identical twins. There. And that's her kind of a little bit bare face, and that's her in full makeup. So this is the fan cast for Falada and Ern's daughters. So pretty. But I'm not sure whom is playing who. So there. They have TikTok and IG accounts. Just look for them by their names and you're going to be able to see them. Actually, for Kultura, I've seen that she does dances. Like maybe she's a dancer too. And Courtney is, her TikTok account has, the first page is of their songs, for Eve's songs. So she's more of a singer. But if she is an idol, of course, it's expected that she's also going to dance. So anyway, this is the current fan casting that I'm seeing for their children. There's kind of a bit of a resemblance, especially in this picture. Kind of looks like the daughter of Ling Ling Kwang. Okay, so that's that. And then for Dr. Bo, so already met Dr. Bo. It's the actress Jaja Dandao Yamapai. Also, guys, did you know that she is a tattoo artist? So I don't know if she did this on herself, but she actually has a shop and she is doing tattoos. It's in her TikTok account. And the tattoos that she does are really colorful and pretty. Anyway, so the actress Jaja Dandao plays Dr. Melanie Bo. She's usually just called Dr. Bo in The Secret of Us, but then I saw her full name in the sequels or in the subsequent books. So now I know that her first name is Melanie. And the translation of her novel, because this doesn't have an English translation as of yet, but the translation of the Thai title is Because of Love. And the reason why it's because of love is because of love she has two girlfriends. So I already mentioned this before that she is in a polyamorous relationship. She's in a throuple. And based on feedback, I haven't read through the whole novel yet. I haven't translated it, auto translated it for myself. But based on the subsequent cameos in the other books and the comments of the Thai readers, they all of them end up together. So it's a happy ending. So Dr. Bo is actually also called Dr. Charming, Dr. Casanova, because she's a bit of a womanizer before she settles down. You see that in mentioned in The Secret of Us. She's usually called Dr. Charming. But if you translate it from Thai, the Dr. Charming is actually translated as Dr. Casanova. Casanova being, of course, that famous womanizer, or in history, an actual person. And from, if I'm not mistaken, he's Italian, and then he has a lot of female lovers. So Casanova is uh, a, a name that we use for people like that. So that's how it's translated when you translate it from Thai. But when they converted it to English, they translated it as Dr. Charming. But if you do auto translate in the novels, it's being translated as Dr. Casanova. So that's Dr. Melanie Bow, or Bao. She's head of the emergency room, so she is a doctor. I've seen some reactors and bloggers confuse her for a nurse. She's not a nurse. She's a head of ER in St. King Hospital or Prince Hospital, and she is involved with Dr. or Professor Sita and Dr. Jane. And uh, based on the descriptions, it seems that Dr. or Professor Sita is either older or around Dr. Bow's age, but she seems to be like a very well-known specialist or something, someone that's really renowned. And then Dr. Jane is a new doctor, like she's younger than Dr. Bow and Dr. Um, Sita. So, and then there's a little bit of this is a spoiler. There's a little bit of some description in their arrangement, in their relationship, that apparently Dr. Bo sleeps separate in a separate bedroom from Dr. Sita and Dr. Jane, and then she's like invited over or something like that. Their home life is, it seems that Dr. Bo is in a separate bedroom than Dr. Sita and Dr. Jane, but they all live together, and usually uh, I don't know if it's for comedic, if it's a comedic plot device or something, but usually for Dr. Bo to have a scene with Falda and Dr. Prem. Dr. Prem, I'm going to discuss later. Eh, Uh, it's usually said that Dr. Sita and Jane are off shopping. It's like they usually shop together. So I guess like the uh, Dr. Bo is like I guess the mask, or I hate to say it, but it's like the male figure in their relationship that doesn't like to shop. That kind of, that's like her character. And Sita and Jane usually are together to do the more domestic stuff or girly stuff. And then uh, Dr. Bo is like the glue that attaches them all together, because they can't let go of her. Both of them, Dr. Sita and Dr. Jane. So anyway, it's I haven't fully read the book, so I'm not sure about the dynamic, but based on special chapters of Poisonous Love, there's some description on how that throuple is throupling, I guess. So, but what I found interesting is in The Secret of Us drama, it seems to be implied that Dr. Bo is straight, and that's because Dr. Tan, there was this one, remember when after the meeting with her father and Ern and Susie, Wait, no, not after that. No, right after the first episode when they first meet, and then Falada returns to her office. This was before the meeting with her father, and then the nurse, Rose, Dr. Tan, and Dr. Bo were there, and then they were arguing amongst themselves about who is innocent, something like that. Um, oh, because Dr. Bo said that Falada was an introvert, and then Dr. Tan joked that if Falada was an introvert, then he was an innocent, and then they started fighting. And then there was this part there that he said that this is the reason why you don't have a boyfriend yet. Dr. Tan said something like that, that you don't have a boyfriend yet. So it seems to be implied that Dr. Bo is straight in the Secret of Us drama series, but not in the novel. She's actually in a throuple relationship or polyamorous relationship with two female doctors. And then, um, okay, so I've talked about this a little extensively because this is currently my favorite book. This is what I just finished. So in my last update, I was translating it from Thai, but then I checked again and it was now released in English. So you can now buy this in Meb Market, which is Poisonous Love, The Secret of Us Universe. That's the main book. And then the special chapters, just like in The Secret of Us, it's a mini sequel with new scenes that actually has cameos from Dr. Falada and Dr. Tan and Dr. Bo. So it shows more of the relationships, their individual relationships. They have like Falada and Ern has their own chapter under Poisonous Love special chapters, and so does Dr. Bo. So you get to see more of their dynamic and what happens to them after their main books. And in Poisonous Love, again we have a doctor actress pair. So Dr. Premsini Choti Picharn is one of the cardiologists at St. King's Hospital. So her story is that she doesn't start gay. She is very straight at the beginning of the book, and she's about to get married, and then something happens. It the wedding doesn't push through, and the one that she's going to be the one that she's going to end up with had something to do with that. That's why at first they hated each other because Napak or Pat ruined her wedding. So Napak Tharani Sorn is also an actress. Ern and Napak are actually friends. They're colleagues. They know each other. But if Ern is known for heroine roles, although it was mentioned in The Secret of Us that she actually also took a villain role, but she's more known for heroine roles. In fact, Tyrannosaurn specializes in villainous roles. So and very early on in the book, it was um, her characterization was more sexier than earns because she was voted as third sexiest woman in the country. So she has like this reputation or image of being like, I guess, a femme fatale, something like that, which is different from Earns, which is a more clean cut image, and definitely different from Ingfa because Ingfa was like, she's like her characterization is like she's a leading star, so she's always the heroine, something like that. And it was mentioned that Ingfa was actually very sweet, which is different from how she was adapted in the Secret of Us drama. But in the novel, it was like she was characterized as someone who's very well liked, and then Earn is like a rising star, a new star who is really good in acting and known for heroine roles. And then here's Napak Taranisorn, who is known for villain roles and for having a sexier, I guess, darker image. But actually, she comes from a wealthy family who is encouraging her to just drop being an actress and just go into business. So later on in the story, she actually focuses more on being a businesswoman. And again, the interesting thing is it was translated in English even before the first novels. So there's kind of like, I guess, a signal, or I guess it signals that maybe this is going to be adapted as a drama. Maybe someone already acquired the rights. That's why they're now putting out the English versions before the drama series comes out. And that's a good thing for us because they're going to expand on the universe of The Secret of Us and Mee Nam's novels. So there is currently a fan casting on this. I don't know if you know these actresses. I do know these actresses because I'm also following the drama series Deva Prom. So they appeared in Deva Prom Kwan Rutai. Um, I'm not going to go into a Deva Prom because it's a very sprawling, large drama series with several series in several years. So there's anyway, like I said, I'm not going to go into Deva Prom and Jutatep. So you can just Google it online. But it's a huge drama series for Channel 3. It's not a GL, it's not a BL, so it's just straight drama. And these two actresses are actually they're going to be sister-in-laws in the Deva Prom universe, but uh, they are also being fan cast as Dr. Premsini and Napak. I'm not sure what the fans want, who is going to play whom. So this is Yada Narilia. She actually has a current Netflix drama that's really like heavy drama with a little bit of crime. I forgot the name, but she's like, and I'm talking about that drama in Netflix that I forgot the name. She plays like a maid who gets involved with the head of the house who's like old, and then he gets murdered or something, but then I think he leaves part of the inheritance with her. So yeah, it's that kind of, messy drama. So that's one of her current roles. She's a really great actress. I've also seen her do like a horror role wherein she's like possessed or something. But anyway, in Devil Prom Kwan Rutai, she's like the main heroine. She gets involved with the army doctor from a very rich family. Anyway, it's a very sweet, like romantic comedy drama. And there, in a supporting role is Bam Sarah Lee. So she has also been in a lot of other dramas. She's also a Channel 3 actress, but Sarah Lee actually also owns a makeup company with her sister. So they have an account on TikTok. It's I think it's a young company, but anyway, there she also has a business for cosmetics and skincare and stuff. And the fans are currently I've seen at least two or three posts wherein this is the fan casting. This is what the fans want to be Dr. Prem and Napak. I'm thinking maybe they want, I don't know, because either of them can do either role, but for me, I would say maybe Bam would be Dr. Prem because Dr. Prem is kind of a little in the beginning she's a little conservative and like pure and so forth. And I know Yada can play really like femme fatale roles, really heavy drama, really sexy roles. So I think she would fit Napak's character. Um, and yeah, but either of them can play either role, I'm sure. But anyway, for me, this is my, if it does push through, I also want this fan cast. I want this to be Napak or Pat, and this to be Dr. Prem. Who knows? Because this is already translated into English. Maybe Channel 3 is, thinking of adapting it. Okay, hang on. Before we go to Dr. Tan, right. And then I just wanted to make a correction because in the last update that I gave, I said that Dr. Tan was involved with Ern's half brother who is in the Air Force. And I'm wondering if it was just a fever dream that, because I remember vividly that they were like, Tan was waiting with Lada beside the car or something, and then uh or yeah, Tan was waiting with Lada beside the car, and then Ern was with her half brother who was in the Air Force, and then they met each other, and they're surprised that they actually all know each other, and Dr. Tan was involved with Ern's half brother. But when the updated English version, when the English version came out of Poisonous Love, in the special chapters, it was mentioned that it's actually Pat's cousin who was in the Navy, a naval officer who is Dr. Tan's boyfriend. So I'm not sure because I tried to go back to that chapter and translate it again because I'm pretty sure that that's how I remember it, that it was the Air Force guy. But then they updated all the ebooks, so whatever was probably the old version or what I thought I saw is already gone because I wanted to retranslate it just to be sure because you can't really even in auto translation you can't really mistake Ern's name for Dr. Prem's name. But anyway, in the version that you would be able to get now in the English version, Dr. Tan, who is the only man in their friend group of doctors, is involved with Napak or Pat's cousin, a naval officer. So I just wanted to correct that. If I was just imagining things when, or maybe I mistranslated it, but I was pretty sure it's Ern's half brother, Air Force guy. But uh, if you are able to obtain the novels, then it's actually Napak's cousin, a naval officer. So I think I've covered everything. I actually wanted to cover some information that I found for Apasari Nitibon plays Ling Ling Kwang's mother in The Secret of Us. She actually has two ships, GL ships, with separate actresses. But I think I'm gonna go into that maybe later on to explain or to feature more of the mature GL ships of like um, the actresses in Thailand that are over 30, around 40, or more, like the veteran actresses in Thailand that actually have their own GL ships but have not been main leads in a GL, except for Tanya Ning. If you know Tanya Ning, I'm just gonna discuss them in a separate video. But if you're able to check out the two of us, which is their main Tanya Ning, Tanya Entrakul, and Ning Panita, Ning Panita. They're veteran actresses and talk show hosts in Thailand, and they are, from what I know, the first main leads over 40 years old in their own GL series called The Two of Us, or Deep Love. No, not Deep Love. Deep Night, the series, The Two of Us, which is available on YouTube for free. So if you want to check that out, it's actually very sweet and short, 6 episodes, but those 6 episodes are really, really good episodes. And I'll discuss more of that in a separate video. So that's it, the Secret of Us universe so far as I have translated it and from all the information that I've been able to gather. So this was really, I got my mind blown when I found out that Mee Nam is already writing uh, the Nanosok future stories for Rin Lada and Ran Lada. At first, I thought this was fanfic, but then I checked the actual account for Mee Nam in Read a Write, and yes, it's there. So this is real. Hopefully, it gets adapted too. So remember to put comments in Channel 3 Plus and Channel 3 Thailand's social media accounts, YouTube, and even Miss Duping Kamal's IG and social media accounts. Maybe she would be able to read that. After all, we were able to, I guess, pressure them into putting English subtitles and making TSOU available for international fans outside of Southeast Asia in YouTube. I think with enough fan support or requests, we might see these novels adapted, all of them, hopefully, especially this. They're kids. Oh, and there you go. We're going to end with Ling Orm. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.